Just dropping this off.
Behind every great hero is an equally great superhero costume. Seriously, the suit is everything. And because of a combination of heroes wanting to upgrade,
we made some modifications to the uniform. I had a little design input.
And the higher powers wanting to sell new toys every year, it's likely that we'll see costume upgrades for our favorite heroes more often than not.
All I packed was a toothbrush.
Take Falcon, for example. Being a soldier like he is, his costume has gone through some radical changes over the years. What are some of his best suit upgrades, and what was in last episode's box? Let's get into that right now.
Vincent! We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
Sam Wilson's Falcon suit has become flashier and flashier ever since his first get-up in the 2014 film Captain America: The Winter Soldier. His first costume was not so much a costume in itself and was quite a far cry from the one featured so far in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sam was basically wearing a standard army get-up with black knee pads and his trademark large wings mirroring the colors of his camo pants. It only makes sense since he wasn't so much recognized as a superhero back then, but more as a soldier working for the US forces. It's not before Captain America: Civil War that Falcon added the color red to an almost all-black suit and wings, a color theme that still sticks to this day. In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you can notice how that white that was slightly featured in the previous costume has started to take over the top part of the suit, and combined with more and more red hints and a face of a falcon with its wings spreading from Sam's chest towards across his elbows. Not only does this latest costume symbolize the flying predator with its red and white stripes, it slowly grows to Captain America's costume, minus the blue. During the Heroes Reborn crossover story arc, which ran from 1996 to 1997, Falcon returns with a costume that looks like a mix between a flying squirrel and an actual bird. Back then, it acted as a sort of revival of Falcon's classic red and white costume, but traded the crimson red feathered wings for more of a wingsuit, allowing the superhero to glide through the air. Falcon's costume also had what looks like white bird feet printing in a funky way over his red boots as the same color of his costume. While the costume did not have any of the technological gear Sam Wilson has in the MCU, it nonetheless informed some parts of the character's suit in Captain America: Civil War, when the golden shoulder pads he wore in the film might be a direct reference to his Heroes Reborn counterpart's golden armbands. To top it off, Falcon's costume in that comic book adorned a small USA flag situated on the hero's chest, announcing that Steve Rogers' ally would eventually take his friend's mantle as the next Captain America. More on that later. The character of Samuel Thomas Wilson, aka Falcon, first appeared in Marvel Comics at the dawn of the groovy 70s, right when disco was the rage. Falcon made his debut in Captain America number 117 in September 1969. While his costume did not stick for too long, what's amazing about Sam Wilson's introduction in the Marvel Universe is the fact that he was the first African-American superhero character to be featured in a mainstream comic book. And this legacy is quite well represented in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, with Sam trying to shed light on what happened to Isaiah Bradley, and his will to better things and to bring the superhero genre towards a more inclusive era.
I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
But forget about all that, I'm just babbling. I almost forgot to tell you about Falcon's original costume. So Falcon's original costume is pretty funky and features flashy green, orange, and some yellow, which could be read as being golden as well. While most of the palette did not follow in the subsequent versions of the Falcon, his latter costumes are clearly inspired by his red and white Falcon pet that followed him around and his red Falcon necklace. The funky aesthetics of the original Falcon suit followed after he was released from the Red Skull's mind control. After kicking at Red Skull's little red butt, Falcon finally stepped out of the shadows and became a respected hero. And in order to do so, an epic costume change had to be in order, naturally. Inspired by his loyal bird companion Red Wing, who in the comics is an actual Falcon compared to the robotic version featured in the MCU.
His name is Red Wing.
I'm still not thinking it.
He's cute. Go ahead, pet him.
Sam started to wear a red and white costume. While the new costume is similar in form with his original one, having an open vest, a mask, and long gloves, the Red Wing suit introduces Falcon's now classic color palette. It allows the superhero to soar across the sky, accompanied by Red Wing for the first time ever, as his new red-colored wings made of feathers are incorporated in his suit itself. The first costume he wore while working under Red Skull against Captain America might have been the original one, but the Red Wing costume is what made him one of the most iconic Marvel superheroes to this day. The 2012 Marvel comic book series Avengers vs. X-Men, as the title so conveniently hints, involves a war between the two teams of superheroes. That was ignited by the return of the Phoenix Force. During this period, Falcon's costume had drastically changed and became a bit more bulky, almost Iron Man-like to some extent. After all these years, the white and the red scheme stayed, but the tights did not. While Falcon's shoulders and arms were left unprotected, most probably to give him more freedom when soaring or flapping his wings, a heavy chest plate protected his torso from any attacks. His mask was also made from the same material and provided him with extra defense from any blows taken to the face directly. This cool improvement might have been a one-time thing in the comics, but it surely helped provide a template for Sam Wilson's live-action suit, equipped with the EXO-7 Falcon, one that, as we've seen, keeps evolving through each phase of the MCU. After Sam Wilson quit being Captain America a few years after taking the mantle in Captain America Volume 7, number 25, he returned to his original roots and went back to being the Falcon. But the man, having gone through a lot and learning from his experience as Captain America, came back with a new set of colors. Or more or less so. On the cover of the first chapter of a new series, simply called Falcon, the hero is portrayed with Cap's shield being shattered. Behind the shield, we can see Sam Wilson wearing a pretty neat new suit where he ditches the white, keeps the red, while adding a lot of dark blue. He is now back with metallic wings that are attached to his shoulder by what looks like Falcon claws, and has golden Falcon-shaped goggles. While this latest incarnation of Falcon in the comic book is pretty amazing, it also comes with a lot of new features. His new suit is made of vibranium nanotech and is equipped with weapons and built-in features like flash grenades and wrist-mounted flamethrowers. The suit being made in Wakanda vibranium is also bulletproof, which makes him quite the empowered flying weapon. In the Marvel Comics universe, Falcon's first wings were not developed by the US Air National Guard, but were created in Wakanda, while his original set of wings were created by none other than T'Challa, the Black Panther. Those were modified and improved along the way as Sam changed costumes throughout the eras. That is, up until the 2004 comic book Captain America and the Falcon Volume 1, number 7. Where T'Challa designed a brand new costume and wings for our flying superhero. While the new costume is a modernized version of his Red Wing costume, having the same color palette and golden armbands, the wings are what makes it so unique. Black Panther installed in the back of the suit an emitter array which produces holographic hard light wings that can stretch up to 50 feet. The wings, which are controlled by a cybernetic link, can also be customized and deployed into various configurations. Just like Falcon's post-Captain America suit, the Holographic Wings costume is entirely made out of vibranium, which makes it almost indestructible, and the technology allows the suit to self-repair itself. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier's last episode's last scene left us all wondering what the new suit looks like.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Since it's a gift from Bucky after meeting with Io, chances are it was made in Wakanda, which means Sam will probably get his hands on his first vibranium suit. Having struggled with taking over the Captain America title for so long, Sam might just have found the answer he was looking for in the most glorious of suits he has ever worn since his debut in the MCU. Now, before I go any further, I'm about to show you the upcoming suit, so if you want to keep the surprise for the upcoming episode, just pause the video right now. Alright, you've been warned. While we wait for the series finale, his new suit was leaked in a toy figurine of the character, who now goes by Captain America, according to the figurine's package. The new suit borrows a lot from Sam's Captain America costume in the comics, while merging it with the style of his Falcon suits he has worn since 2014. What's so great about it is that it feels like he's not trying to be the new Steve Rogers like John Walker tried to become, but stays true to himself, bringing the symbol that is Captain America to a new age. By looking at the toy, it's a bit hard to say if the new wings will be holographic, but one can dream, right? Do you think Bucky should go through as many costume upgrades as Sam has? I kinda hope to see Bucky just cycling through different Wakandian arms, one for every day of the week.